Pleased to be joined by the head coach of the Badgers, Paul Chryst. Coach, I want to start with a new defensive coordinator in Jim Leonhard. This is just his second year as a coach. There's been a lot of discussion about this. So what has stood out as you've watched him take this leadership role on your staff?
I think what stands out is that he's comfortable, he's being himself, and, you know, the one thing that's no one does it on their own. And, you know, I feel really fortunate with the defensive staff that we have and for that matter, the players that we have. And so I think together they'll be good. And I think Jimmy's got so many qualities that, you know, he certainly knows the schematics, but I always thought that the important thing for a coordinator was connecting people. And I think that's probably Jimmy's strength.
Coach, I'm going to need your help here because I'm going to get harassed because these guys accuse me asking everybody this question. New camp rules.
How are you dealing with those?
You deal with them, and you make them the best you can.
I think it was a heck of a question, by the way.
What do you think?
Of the 11 times you've asked it, I phrased it.
No,
Is it coming out better?
You worked on it on the bus.
I asked for your help, and you joined. I asked for your help.
You can't rules.
Listen to that part of it.
Yeah. Which word should I emphasize?
It's different, right? I mean,
Do you like anything
it's different. Yeah, I love camp, and you love fall, and I think it's our job to make sure that we make it right for the group that you have, and it's you can get all your work done. I think you got to be careful with the additional time that, you know, our kids came in a week earlier, and we were fortunate because our players had 10 days before camp to go home. And so I think they came fresh, and we had a good summer and all that. But I think you just got to be smart and try to how to build up. And you know, we made some adjustments as it was going on. We didn't know, and yet I think that you can get all the work done that you need to. I think you can do it in a way that doesn't burn them out. I think that was one of the concerns that we had as a staff, was making sure that they were still fresh. And so I think that, you know, we've gotten out of camp what we need to get done as long as we finish it.
Coach, I have to tell you, one of the first things I always do when I walk in is I want to look at what the O-line and the D-line looks. Physically, I mean, this is a great-looking group. Did you guys change anything at all in the offseason as far as preparation is concerned?
Not really, but they're getting older, you know, and we've got some guys, you know, the last few years you look at the O-line and they're young guys. Yeah. And as you guys all know, that it takes time to build up that strength. And you look at our defensive line, and, you know, Chikwe and Alec and Connor are seniors, and Olive's in his third year, and, you know, you'll be able to see kind of one of the young defense linemen I'm excited about is Isaiah Loudermilk, and you can see what a year makes in someone like that. And so I think we're getting there, but certainly haven't arrived yet.
To Howard's point, the whole team's a good-looking team. Is there any one unit that you're concerned about the depth?
You know, you're asking this in camp. You're concerned about all the positions. You know, receiver, I think that, you know, we've got some young receivers that are capable of being major contributors, but they're young. And, you know, I think that, you know, we've got a number of positions where you've got, you know, a guy you feel good with, in many cases, a guy that started and played games, but it's the next guy. You know, you look at our secondary, and there's guys that played a lot of football. Nick Nelson transferred, but he's played a lot of football. But then that next group hasn't played at all.
Right. How has Alex Hornibrook grown as a player and a leader for you?
It's been fun to see him evolve, and I've loved the way that when he came back from, you know, winter break after the bowl, went home and came back for second semester, and you know, and it's fun for him to be able to now look at those cut-ups, and they're of him, you know, and I think he's got an edge to him as far as working. And I thought that he did a nice job in the spring, and you know, I think the summer helped him because he was now in charge of organizing the throwing session, and I think he's feeling more and more comfortable. I think he's handling the right way, has a good balance of the responsibility of being that starting quarterback, but still the same guy, you know, and so it's been fun to see him grow. And what's exciting to me is he's still got a ton of growth to be had.
Coach, Wisconsin signed an agreement last week with Notre Dame to play non-conference games in 2020 and 21 at Soldier Field and Lambeau Field. You had LSU last year, Alabama 2 years ago. As a head coach, what do those marquee non-conference games do for your program?
I think first and foremost, they're great for your players. You know, I think that the players that have been around and played a lot, think that's one of the reasons why they come to the Big Ten. You get to play against really good teams. Now when you get to do that in a non-conference game, your good players, your older players, they love that challenge, that opportunity, and the young ones grow up in those. And so that's the biggest thing to me, and I think you hope it's something that the fans enjoy. I think last year people talked about Lambeau and the whole experience, but I think for your players, you want to play against good teams.
Head coach of the Badgers, Paul Chryst. Thanks a lot, Coach.
Thanks. Good seeing you guys.